Hi, welcome to JadeCon Gaming. My name is Adam, here with the 36th session of the Underland Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. We have Ryan as Henwick, we have Nick as Jimmy, we have Bob as Kaladin, we have Austin as Eric, and at this point I actually have their names down pretty well, and I'm proud of myself. It took me about 30-ish sessions, but we're getting there. Let's see, last time
we did not gain a level.
Clank left the party. She joined a group of Kenku merchants.
To go off on her own solo adventure.
You know, when she gets back to you, she's totally going to have out-leveled you.
I would be impressed.
Well, she is even really well equipped for a commoner.
And we did give her some XP share.
She's got one level.
Mm-hmm. And she gave a few things which allowed you to wish Argyle's limbs back. He is currently undergoing physical therapy.
It could have been a wish for lots of things. He used it on getting something back that he could have gotten anyway without using a wish. But hey, convenience.
Wait, he can regrow limbs without a wish?
We're like one level away.
There's other spells, but
Well, not
to be fair,
No, we're not even one level away. That's this level.
7.
Regenerate, is it? No,
Yeah,
it's
7.
7 now.
Mhm.
We're close. We're close.
but also, who has that spell?
I don't know, like one of the bajillion clerics that exist on the planet.
So you're saying should have bought more armor with that wish?
You could have. You could have upgraded this armor. You wished for another +1.
And another 6 levels, I'd be able to do it.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyways,
Because you just have wish.
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
you then teleported to Onyx, the enchanting,
Yep.
city on the magical ley lines.
Because we felt you gave us only a little bit of city time, we'll go find our own city.
Yep.
And spend time there.
You then teleported to a temple where you briefly had a little chat with a bone devil. Walked out of the room he was in and found out this was a whole temple of devils.
I also
And you just beelined for the door, didn't talk to anyone else, didn't try and figure out, well, what's actually going on here? You just laughed.
they're like devils, man.
Yeah.
I don't know
They
if you
weren't
knew this,
actively
but if you-
sacrificing any children. Not our problem.
I also get wish. You know what's important about getting wish as a sorcerer? Gives me access to control weather in a very roundabout way. But I have it, dang it.
I wish I could control the weather.
What is the material cost for wish?
Nothing.
When you're replicating a spell, nothing. Unless the spell you're replicating has a material component.
No.
No, even then.
Nothing gets circumvents that.
You
Yeah.
can wish resurrections out.
Yep, you can wish resurrections, you can wish simulacrums, you can wish all clones.
I guess that makes wish just straight up better than true resurrection.
You can't wish true resurrection.
Oh, because it's got to be 8th level. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. There's the catch.
And the only reason to do true resurrection is if you're above 200 years old dead and don't have a body.
Well, I mean that happens.
Yeah, I mean, there's situations. You then spent about 8 days traveling towards the compass point. And when you were a couple days out, Henwick found himself in a strangely familiar cavern. With a little investigation, you found a little keyhole in the side of the rock. To which the key you've carried around since your memory loss, what was it, a year before?
No, it was 2 years
Two
prior.
years before?
Yep.
Since
That
2
I
years
woke
prior.
up with a key in my hand.
Yeah, you woke up with a key. And it fit.
Yeah.
And the stone begun to pull away, and you could see sort of like a side of, not like vault, but sort of that thickness, like a vault door kind of thing, that's swinging out. And you see the metal side, and you said, "Hey, Kaladin, why don't you do this?"
Also, I'm taking the key back.
Yep.
Also, we kicked your travel check's butt.
Yes. Yes.
For the
You,
most part.
yeah. Well, it was a base 14-day travel, and you got it in 8.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and enter
Oh,
first.
there you go. Wish can make 25,000 gold worth of stuff. So there's your true resurrection.
Mhm.
You can at least pay somebody to do it.
We just need to find those 17th higher level clerics. Or other people who have that, so... Bards?
So you pull the door open.
Am I about to get shot? I feel like I'm about to get shot.
Of course you're about to get shot. Why would you
Or
not be
are
about to
you?
get shot?
Well, hopefully it's an AC thing and not a
Save.
save. I don't like this whole attacking me via saves. Full hatchery.
What is that? The thing the game developers need someone like, they want all the AC. Just throw saves at them if you want them dead.
Does
25 is my AC.
22 misses. But, so, you open the door, and
kink.
to be fair, at that point, no, a strangely, like, almost like dark gray skin, what looks like a dwarf, tosses a javelin just dead on the center of your chest. Armor's better than that, but as he's reaching for others,
I go, what a dick! Talking to my rock. His sword catches on fire, or axe catches on fire. Actually, better idea. How far away is Dick?
About a foot and a half.
about 15 feet, the back of the room.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a hatchet at him.
Okay, well, we're going to need initiatives.
I rolled a 19. That's pretty good.
I rolled a 20.
I got a 21.
22.
That was initiative, right?
Yes.
11.
21.
You have more checks than us?
No?
Or just 19?
He also rolled a 19.
It's like, I'm pretty sure we're all sitting at that +2.
I rolled a 9.
Yeah.
It's my equivalent to a 19.
Adam, you seemed terribly excited about that roll he made. Did it not go as planned?
What do you mean?
I thought he rolled really well, so can't hit. I really want to make it to the point where I can barely hit me, but I still have to roll a 15 to hit me.
Yeah. Hitting way outscales not getting hit.
Yeah.
Because
Jimmy?
I felt it was dangerous.
Jimmy, you're going to have to wait because you're behind me.
Yeah, the door is blocked. You hear something clang against his armor.
And I
But
said,
I can't see
What
past
is
the
it?
shoulder
Mm-mm.
for line of sight. Okay, I will prepare Eldritch Bolt to fire if he moves out of the way and I can see enemy.
Okay.
So I have an Eldritch Bolt.
and
Is that technically both of them? Because that's one cast.
Yeah, you cast the spell and you're just holding
Yeah.
it.
Okay. And then we get Henrik and Kaladin.
I'm going to throw my axe at him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not great. Does 19 hit?
19. You axe bounces off of his own plate armor.
Okay, well the other one hits then.
The one that rolled an 18? Yes.
Yeah, I was seeing if I got advantage.
Well, if he got knocked down.
Yeah. So yeah, he takes. That's not great. He takes 10 damage. And then I will walk up to him and pull out my flaming axe and hit him with the flaming axe instead.
After he moves, do any enemies visible? Or is it a straight hallway to him?
And you're walking straight towards him.
Yes.
Then no, because he is so much larger than him, he continues to block. Side, and there's no one off to the side of him.
Oh. Is a 24 hit?
Yeah.
Oh, good. He falls down. That was my lower one.
Okay.
Fell-handed is a great feat. I used up one of those. Would you? Alright, just calm yourself. Calm yourself. Sweet child, calm yourself.
Folder, mess him up.
What? Alright, so 7 and an 8, so that's 15 plus 5, so 20 damage. Do you need to know how much is fire?
Nope.
And he does have a bright light in his face from a shield,
Okay.
because my shield, we routinely cast light on my shield.
Well, that's a light. But yeah.
Just saying.
Yep.
I'm just saying. Jeez.
Anything else?
No. That is it.
So is it just the one dwarf?
Hold on one second.
You're not sure what there is. You know that something
Hold
attacked
on.
him, and that now.
I have extra attack 2 written down. I think I get another attack now. I don't remember. It's been a long time since we were in a fight.
Imagine so. You're a high enough level fighter.
5e.
You get it at 11th level.
Yes. So I get to hit him again. And he's prone, so I already have advantage, but whatever.
Him proner.
Wow. Double 2.
Well, which one do you want?
I'll take the clear 2. 12 don't hit.
Nope.
So never mind.
He kind of rolls, off to the side. Yeah, you're not really sure what's in there. All you know is that Kaladin opened the door, something attacked him. You can probably see there's a javelin as you look in. You can sort of see the room just full of odds and ends on either side. Pots, pans, fire burning off to one side. Just sort of, piles of old raggedy, cloth and hanging bits of meat and such on the other side. But the Kaladin has made a straight shot into the room and is hitting something with his hammer. Or axe. Yeah, whatever, close enough.
Not at all.
That spell.
What did I do?
Nothing. I saw a strange symbol glowing on the camera. You know what it was? It's the back of Ryan's laptop. I was like, what does that symbol mean? Oh, wait.
How big is the entrance?
The entranceway is probably about, 2.5 feet across.
Okay, so single file.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and hang back then. So I'll pass.
Okay.
I feel like we needed this guy alive and I'm about to beat him to death.
Yay! Eric?
Snapshot.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by how bad that spell was. But it's ranger only, so it's kind of okay.
Because Rangers.
What are you... Your daughter...
I didn't
you
know
want
it
the
was
buzzer?
ranger. I was just
Oh.
looking through the list, and I'm like, this spell has an interesting name, and it's like, no, this spell is really bad. Like,
What
it's
spell?
really bad. Cordon of Arrows.
No, you...
It's a level 2 spell.
They can look it
that
up
does
themselves.
4d6 damage at best.
Just put it up on the screen, Adam.
No,
Just put it
No.
up.
it's bad. I'm like, it's a ranger spell, so I don't know. Maybe for
Which means you're also higher level when you get it than normal.
yeah, no, it is bad. I'm just like, well, that's a cantrip. I think.
But are you doing anything in this game?
Maybe I don't know.
We can't see enemy unless you want to run in the room.
Well, how high is the ceiling?
The ceiling, I'd say about the room is basically the size of my room here that we're in.
So I could not walk on the ceiling and get past our good boy here.
And the door is even shorter. The door, you would just brush your hair. He had to duck to get through.
Yeah, this single file entrance. That's why I didn't flood it.
Well, I mean, Kaladin does have a lot of HP.
Don't do that.
And that is a big hallway, and that just calls to my stormy roots.
It's stored. It's known for being in hallways.
Yeah, no, well, lightning bolt, man. Just lightning bolt.
I believe it's a room. It's a doorway in a room. It's
Well,
not
it's like
a
a hallway.
No. I mean, there are like shelves and things going. Like there is like a passage directly to the back of the room, but otherwise it's, it's just a crowded room.
Crowded room.
And so we can't see the guy because Paladin's blocking him.
Mm-hmm.
My big old Goliath booty's in the way.
I mean, I could still hit him. But I guess I don't.
Would you stop plotting to hit me with spells?
That's what you get for having so much HP, man. It's tempting. I
Just
wouldn't.
because I'm sitting over here with 130 doesn't mean you get to hit me with
Yeah,
spells.
see, there's no way I roll that much damage. You see my rolls.
Anything?
No.
All right.
I think about it real hard, though.
That goes to the
Back of your neck tingles.
dog,
Somebody's pointing at
the
it.
gray dwarf, and
He's on the ground.
He stands up.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
You are in melee with him. He doesn't have to move at all. And as he does so, swinging a hammer that sort of glistens as it goes towards you.
Oh god, enemy. Darn, I can't see him. Is he wearing metal?
You can't see him.
Mm-hmm. That's my preference.
26. Of 3 strikes, one of them hits you.
Or does it? Don't you have shield on a... Or did you just get the +1?
I just got an extra block.
Oh, okay.
Aren't you an arcane dude?
I don't think shield is one of the spells he has.
It's an abjuration spell. Of course you could take it.
Yeah, I did not take it.
Which is surprising. That's more AC.
I needed movement.
Oh.
Alright, so you take 13 bludgeoning damage and 2 psychic damage from the blow that hits.
So 15 damage. I'm almost into my actual health.
This is a great feat.
Man, I had the craziest dream. You all have HP now.
And
No.
Yeah, no.
Save each time.
Yeah, no. Like I said, that spell is bad.
And it takes your action. Why not just shoot him?
Jimmy?
Yeah, it's got a long duration, so I guess you can
Walk
set a
in the
trap,
hallway.
but a trap at level 6 that
Go
does
off
a
to the
d6 of
side to
damage.
get vision on.
It's 8
There isn't
hours
a side.
long.
It's a
Yeah.
narrow hallway, isn't it?
That's
No,
fine.
it's a room.
You can
It's
make a
room.
trap.
Oh, okay. It's not the width of this room.
It's a trap that does
It's like as if you entered right in the middle
6
of this.
damage. Non-scaling, d6.
It's like Kool-Aid Man
Are they
style.
planning on you
No, like
fixing
that's where the
that
door is.
500
yeah.
times?
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to
Yeah, and
start
only targets
whacking
one
with the
creature at a
sword.
time. So, like, you won't even shoot them a whole bunch.
Once he's
Well, you
in
would if you had multiple
vision, I
castings
will
of it. They'd all be
bonus
on range,
action
so-
Hexblade hex him.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that spell's just... Whew.
See,
I need the internet to validate my opinion.
you know it's right.
You're so mad right now.
Does 29 hit?
Yeah.
You know, 28.
Yep.
That would hit me. But not if I had shield. I really need to take that spell.
So yes, 13 damage.
I do have unspent spells known.
Yeah.
I totally could take shield.
5 plus 4. Yep. Does 16 hit?
No.
Okay. Well, those were my deals.
Okay.
Did you move into the room?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And he approached and he made his way, across, probably climbed over some, bedding and such, and is now up next to him on the other side.
You're gonna get beaten up really bad.
Yeah. We'll get to that.
That was foolish of you.
Yeah.
Because if you had not gotten into melee, he would have had to done nothing but been beating away at me.
You said there was bedding in the room.
Because if he tried to leave the
What
area,
other
he'd get
stuff
hit
is
with an
in the
axe
room?
and fall to the ground.
Well, it's yours and Paladin's turn. But, yeah, like I said, foods, little fire off in a strange fireplace off on one side. I said hanging dried meats.
Hanging on
Pot.
what? Hanging on what?
Hanging from, bits of what are kind of like makeshift shelves that seem to, swing out from one side towards the center of the room.
Does he have metal armor?
Yes.
Another 16 damage. And he doesn't have reaction, so I'll back up off of him for now.
You have no movement.
Oh, that took all 30 feet?
Yep, 15 feet at difficult terrain.
Okay.
So what was the meat hanging on?
There are
Books?
street, hang out metal poles that are have shelving bits, and there's things that it's pinned to.
Okay.
Very lived in, very cluttered. Someone has been hunkered up in here for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. So no other combatants have arrived as of yet. Just the one dwarf.
Yeah. Well, you don't know, but the one whatever target is in there.
No. And then it's your turn.
Okay. So he just made 50,000 inquiries.
He wanted a more
Okay.
detailed description.
Hitting him with the axe. Okay, so the 19 hits, 3 does not. So he does not fall to the ground. However, he does take 16. No, 15. 22 damage. And now we'll hit him again. Does 24 hit?
Yes.
Excellent. And I'm going to hit him again. And he takes 8, 12, 17, and 19 damage.
Mhm.
And this is my last advantage attack on this axe. And I hit him again because I got another 24. I got overzealous. I apologize. That's 5, 10, 12 damage. And I'm going to go ahead and action surge so I can attack him some more. And that's 24. That's the third 14 in a row that dice has rolled. Okay, so that's 16, 21, 23. 23 damage. Does 16 hit? No. And that's a miss as well.
Were you doing anything?
If you could fairy fire him, that would be very useful.
Let's see. Do we have to move into the room in order to be able to see the dwarf?
You could do that, or he could step out of the way.
Oh, okay. And how much room to maneuver is within the room?
Basically, it's as if you enter this room. So essentially, you can you're entering into one of two spots, and you can kind of maneuver around. Basically, 3 spaces by what would be regularly 4 deep. These not
So
quite to the back
there's
wall.
like a space or two next to.
Yeah, basically, you can step in, and you can either go left or right by 1 space.
Okay.
But it's all cluttered within there. So
Alrighty. I want to enter into the back of the room,
okay.
and
If you go to the left, you'd be able to see him. If you go to the right, you might not because he's on that side.
which side's Jimmy on?
The right.
The right.
Like you could step off to the left, and he's still 2 spaces away and off to the side. And
Okay. Well,
Can always just get eyes on him and cast magic missile.
no. So, I'm gonna go to the left, and I can see the
a gray dwarf that looks at you. Henrik!
and
Dropping his hammer off to his side.
It's a ruse. Hit him harder.
it's like, who are you? I don't remember.
Eric, do you do anything?
It's my turn?
Sure.
Think about it. I mean, sure.
You can still go right through.
Yeah, just right
Right
through
through
him.
Calais.
That room looks awful storm sphere sized.
you could probably wipe out the whole room all at once.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be fine. They won't be. I'll be fine.
No. Well,
Jimmy.
I'm gonna see what Henwick does.
Okay.
Fairy fire would be nice, though.
That's if I continue to beat him. Right now,
No,
I'm holding off
It
on
doesn't hurt anything unless he continues to be a dick.
Well, I also don't want to.
You can also just hold action if he does something aggressive. I hit him.
He can just pick up his weapon. He's disarmed himself.
But he might be in same thing I am and summon it back like a dick.
Could be.
Could be. But what you are doesn't do psychic damage with your weapons.
Yeah, I don't know if the weapon's psychic or not. The weapon could just be magic. I don't understand. I'm a fighter.
You're a mage fighter. Let's be fair. You might understand.
I'm a terrible mage fighter. Is it on fire again? Oh, no, it's not. Just taking more pictures. Yep.
You know, that only happened because you said it.
Yeah, I know. You're welcome.
Need more pictures, man.
I just need to get a new remote or a new camera or both.
No, new camera, same remote, same time.
I don't think the remote actually works for the... And I think I need a new battery in the remote is really what I need, but...
Well, that's slightly less expensive than a new camera.
Yeah, but I also need to replace the camera for other reasons. Anyways, the question is, were you doing anything, or are you letting him go first?
I'm letting him go first.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, who are you? Tell me what you know.
I thought they got you.
What do you mean? Explain.
The mind flares. You went off to create the army to find it was a Marinolith.
Bless you.
But I thought
Marlith?
you said it was Marinolith that would guide us to Asmodeus.
What?
And
Who are these?
these are my friends.
Right. Got tough friends.
Yes.
How close did we get to beating him to death?
Closer than I'd like. It's like, step in the room, Ryan! Step in the room! He just needs to see you!
So, and it's
Bob knew it from the beginning. I'm beating up a plot point. Beat it to death.
I did have a way, but I wanted not to use...
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wind up killing this dude. This is gonna be bad.
Obviously, I don't let you kill the thing that's going to destroy the campaign.
No,
Why
you,
not?
But yeah, it could add an extra complication.
You could have let us kill it. I believe we got more potions to speak with dead, didn't we?
yeah.
Again, I don't let you kill the thing that would ruin the campaign.
I almost ruined his career by giving him an axe to the knee.
And it's like, I've got no idea, man. The mind flayers, maybe they did get me because this is all, my memory's been modified.
Have you managed to raise the undead?
Undead's the second door.
They're all just like
It's
looking
like-
into the door.
a little, but if you knew...
Army?
No, basically.
We are people.
I had an army.
If you would have known me back then there would have been no way. I wasn't that practiced in arcane arts at the beginning of this.
Well, maybe you were.
You had goals, though. You were trying to do things.
Yes.
He believes in the plucky underdog. Probably shouldn't have.
And it's like an army. It's like I've been gifted with something that might help me with that,
Something.
but I don't know the details of what's even going on here. You'll have to fill me in. You're dealing with somebody whose memory's been taken.
Hey, Not Dwarf, give us an exposition dump.
Does he have a coconut?
If you look at me, I have a
Oh,
magical
good lord.
aura.
Yeah.
Took me a second to remember the coconut story.
What?
Remember,
Are
last
there any
time
coconut? Are there any coconuts?
this guy would lose his memories when he died with coconut. Except for that other dude, he just died.
I'm going to one of those guys.
Just coconut. You okay? Get your memory back?
As far as I'm concerned, one of these two things will happen.
And it wasn't even a hard hit. It was just a soft bonk.
That's all it needs.
Who did you want to go see at home?
Who did I want to go see at home? Are you talking about my fiance or my family?
You got engaged.
Yes. I've been engaged for a while now.
I believe the engagement was post your return, and then your goal was to figure out your memory and the reason for the
Yeah, that was
The lengthy engagement was because you wanted to find out what had happened before
right.
getting married. Yep.
Right. So if
I'm
this
just
was
standing
even-
there going, I don't speak Undercommon. Just stand there like, so should I hit him?
They're just on fire.
No.
I'm just like, it's okay.
Not sure the corpses will fit in here, but perhaps if they step out, we can close the door. Do you step in before?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
This is where story
There's
is.
room enough for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can sit on
So,
the ceiling.
so he wants the undead to step out.
Yeah, it's like, you're not going to fit that mass in this room.
Just put up
Okay,
a hole.
yeah, I throw up the portable hole and have them get in, and
That
then
works.
take it down.
Yeah. Nice.
Yes.
And then, yeah, basically closes and seals, relocks what is kind of a vault-ish door. And, yeah, taking a moment looking around, this is a little hole for which this guy has been living in for what seems like probably a couple of years.
What does he eat?
Evidently
here he is.
meat on
Yeah,
sticks.
dried meat.
He's had that much meat this whole time? Or does he
No.
probably goes out hunting, I guess.
I scan for slugs.
Probably some of the dried meat. It doesn't look like it's been prepared nearly as nice as the end did, but it does look like it was, some of it has been slug that has been dried and
I
Salted.
elbow the small
Dried and
child.
salted.
I elbow the small child and point at it. Just
right.
Didn't you end up buying a pad
So
of
yes, your
everlasting
fiance, her
oil?
name?
no.
Webby.
Right. And you... What do you... I mean, you must remember something you got here.
I don't know your name. Much
I'm
like
Ladugar.
Ladugar.
Laduguer.
Yes, wasn't it the key that got you here?
Yes, the this
Well, the
was,
key and the compass.
Yeah, the key.
I told you. By the way, is this where the compass was
Nope.
pointing? No.
Compass is pointing a couple days away.
No.
And it's like, no, the silver key is something that I had when I woke up from my fugue.
I put out my axe, look at the edge, get sad, put it away. Take hand axe, put it away.
Do you remember the mind flares?
And we've been finding trails of them when we've been investigating the Slod, but
Soft.
yes. Slod we ended up finding some scribblings about the mind flayers from dealing with them in the Aboleth.
Probably more poor slaves.
Not these guys.
Well, a great many
Weren't we
should-
very sure they were slaves because they're missing their brain stones?
Yeah, the Slods were.
Yeah.
Not the Aboleth, though.
No.
She knows better, don't you? Mm-hmm.
mind flares, they're technically
Yeah. I show him,
consuming brains.
a picture of the glyph we found.
Yes, similar type. But they're slavers. They entrance and take over the minds of a great many. They've enslaved entire groups of people, mine included.
Well, we're going to go and get an army.
Yes,
fight them.
that was the point. You said when you left, you advised perhaps finding a Merenolith so that we could reach Asmodeus, as I have a bargain to make with him.
If you want to go to the Devil Temple, we found that.
Temple.
There's a temple that is filled with all sorts of infernals. If you wanted to go and try your hand there.
Again, I need to not waver too far away from the pit drop.
Do what now?
The what?
The drop into the caverns where the mind flares are
Is
supreme.
it this direction? Show him the compass.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where we're going.
I'd be quite cautious going there ill-prepared.
Well, we're prepared.
On a related yet unrelated note to his army, I have a connection to this thing called the Raven Queen.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's her name? Lean over and ask the wizard.
What's the name of my patron?
He reaches into the lizard bag and pulls out a book. Raven Queen.
Yes. That's sent me on an army to go gather an army and free the slaves. I think these two may be, related, given their slaves and armies being raised.
I don't know. Is whatever Merilith a pseudonym of the Raven Queen?
I don't even want to make you make a check. You would know. Merenolith is one of the fiends that is unaligned, and they are the ferrymen of the River Styx.
Oh, okay.
You would actually know that.
So we're looking for a Charon.
I was just thinking, when you said ferryman, the thought that came into my mind was like a Tinkerbell dude sitting there on the ferry, fluttery wings, just death and destruction everywhere, and he's just sitting there like, hi!
Unaligned ferryman.
I was thinking of Don't Pay the Ferryman.
I have little knowledge of the Raven Queen inside her control of the Shadowkai.
Yeah. Well, she wants me to gather an army and free the slaves too, for unknown reasons. And she brought me back to life to do it.
In 5th edition? Yeah. And they gave them to the Raven Queen. It's like, neat. I didn't expect to hear the Shadowkai were back.
It's a playable race.
That was a 3-5 thing. I'm like, I didn't expect to see that again. But hey, there it is.
But yes, the Mind Flayers, we were enslaved to them. They're psychic beings. And my aim to free my people from them. You freed me. I broke the mental enslavement, but you helped me escape the physical enslavement within the encampments. That's how we got here.
So do these mind flayers have any obvious weaknesses?
Stabbing.
They're
the-
punks when it comes to strength checks.
They are particularly weak to stabbing.
I mean, they're physical beings in singularity, but they're in great number and they have control over a great many.
Yes, as the tale deserves them on tell. The secret to killing mind flayers is hitting them with metal objects.
Repeatedly. Preferably in the head.
My brain.
But yes, I still hope to manage to weather through Merenith or another way, find my way to Asmodeus.
Well,
I can bargain there. I think I have him in my
So,
pocket.
so you want a representative from the Devil Temple to come over here and make a pact with him?
well, maybe they know one of these ferryman things over there.
Possibly.
Yeah, well, we can go ask.
I mean,
That's like 8 days away.
little.
He did it.
I mean, while
Sit on-
possible, I would assume a little could be done from a lowly devil.
There's a phone devil. Are they cool?
I mean, they're still simply a lesser being.
No, they're stuck in a temple. I doubt they're going to be much use. They want to go back.
Ah, yeah, that was his deal, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think our best guess for going up the ranking to find somebody who might actually know the deal would be to talk to the guy who runs the corpse cart. He seems like he's in the know.
Right.
Or we could follow the compass.
That's apparently the next place that we go after we do this.
But I suppose beyond just those goals, as I had thought you dead, my goals with getting an army together is I hear that Gith is leading a group of people of her own. I was thinking to try and make contact with her and perhaps combine to free her people with mine.
That's true. You do hate mind flayers.
Well, if you haven't figured out, this is pre-separation. All of the Mind Flayer slaves can unleashed now.
If it is pretty, that'd be weird.
Yes. This is the
The
story you want
get
to...
Zari begin after they manage to break their bonds from the Mind Flayer.
Wait, so does that mean that we're going to
Hey,
see
man, I
future
don't-
tech in the caverns below?
You gotta remember, some weird stuff was going on when the Gith were enslaved by the Mind Flayers. Some weird stuff was going on.
Such as...
Well, like, there was nobody else. Like, this is, like, super old school stuff.
Yeah. Well, this is retelling.
Yeah, so it's a retelling, and it's based on what information I have here. I didn't look into older canons. I just went with what our current is, and was like, yeah, I can bend this to my will.
I consider Planescape Torment canon,
Yeah.
and the Circle of Zerthamon tells all. Easily the most fun companion side quest. Here, tinker with this toy. Solve the
But-
puzzle.
Even if you can raise an army of undead and get an army of devils, I'm not sure it would be a bad idea to gain her help as well. Perhaps
we were also...
So the plan was army of
That's-
slaves?
Free army of slaves.
Yeah, an army of slaves.
Yeah.
Perhaps if you do choose to, before we venture further, make your way down there, if you find Gith, you could arrange communication.
I'm
Well, we were
pretty
also...
sure we're immune to whatever mind tricks there are.
You might, I'm not.
Yeah, we have the aboleth in our heads. I'm pretty sure we'd be immune.
I think
I'm reasonably confident that she'd protect us.
I look over. I look over at
She
Eric
seemed like a pretty straight shooter.
and I'd say under my breath, "Are you hearing this?"
She has no backway communication.
Yeah, she has
It
no
doesn't matter. I can still talk at her.
Yeah, of course you can.
I feel like she wouldn't toss away such useful viewports as us. I mean, she's been on a grand adventure. She wouldn't want to give it up now.
Yeah. Also, we had slowly been contacting the, not surface, but this layer's hierarchy to say there's a war coming.
The more we have, the better.
So far, we've actually talked to the mushrooms. Everyone else, we've just sort of gone by and said, we should talk to them at some point and didn't. But we did talk to the mushrooms.
Right.
You know the big talky mushrooms, right?
Afraid not.
Well, the big talky mushrooms, they throw spores in your face and then talk in your brain.
Could you tell us more about the Mind Flayers? What sort of power base and technology do they have? What's actually going on with them?
What are they doing down there?
Farming. Farming people.
It's like, they're using slaves for farming. That's not cool. Farming people. That's even less cool than slaves for farming.
Okay, so what kind of capabilities they got?
Psychic powers. They eat the brains.
Ooh, I bring up that one time in Dwarfland that some guy had the back of his head bitten in and had his brain gone. That sound like them?
Could be. What came of that?
Political machinations and trying to brush it under the rug / blame other people, and then brushed under the rug. We got charged with it briefly, and then once we proved it wasn't us, we're like, well, whatever, and then just ignored the dead body with its brain missing.
Once we started asking questions about if the dead person would have actually known anything about his own death, they didn't want to look into it any further.
Why wouldn't they want to look into it further?
Who knows?
Again, political machinations, it seemed.
And it's like a dwarf who might have been possibly responsible for the death of one of his employees, not wanting to have too close of an eye on it, you know?
And nothing came of that.
Yep.
No.
We were not thrown in jail for it.
Right.
So,
All because Shorty here just wanted to know how dwarves get their stones.
right.
The answer was, they go mine them.
No, not exactly.
And some transmutation.
Yeah, not
They
exactly.
use
They use
secret
magic.
dwarf techniques.
But so they've got psychic. So they got slaves. What kind of technology did the mind flayers have?
They run around with sticks or swords.
And I'm wondering if they're running around with laser guns and time portals.
Well, I don't think you would wonder that because you've never thought of those things. Hence my thing of sticks or swords.
Base one. Well, I mean, they clearly vary from one to another. I've not seen much of the depths, but in general, they attack with their body, with their brains.
Okay, so you haven't seen anything like so far out of the ordinary that it's beyond what you would expect from another aberration.
Mental powers and
Would a really good helmet help?
Magneto.
if it was proper.
Well, they seem to, given that one guy, like to bite into people's heads, so a good helmet could help there. A psychic tinfoil
I'd
helmet
be-
would also be pretty good.
I'd be more worried about them getting your mind as he lifts a finger and a ring briefly appears and disappears again.
Mind shielding's ring's invisible.
Okay, well. We could go and see what we could do to stock up on anti-mind shenanigan stuff.
Yeah, no. Go to Corpse Cart and buy. Everyone gets a set of mind shielding, unless those are not adaptable, attuned items. That I can't have them.
But the ring is good and
Yes.
also not
Attunement?
terrible of idea would be an amulet. He pulls out from under his armor and with sort of an eye on it. Tucks it back in. Keeps them from locating you.
So an anti-scrying amulet and a ring of mind shield, are both those attunement? Was mind shielding attunement?
Mind shield has.
Yeah. What about
I'm
anti-scry?
not sure how necessary,
I
but
mean,
it's never.
non-detection.
Yeah.
It's the amulet of proof against detection and location. And most likely is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I said, we don't need that.
I believe you're the only one who has not open slots, but slots that are less important enough to take that.
My thoughts are all extremely important. You expect me to give up my cool vest?
I mean, I wouldn't expect you to give up your shoes. Those are part of your character at this
They're
point.
not attunement.
They're not.
Nope.
That would have been a.
Nope.
How was it that mean?
Well, I thought slippers were.
Nope.
So you were vest in what?
My holy symbol, the Lolth, the compass, and my vest.
Oh, okay.
My doublet of protection with a spider web design that pulses in line with my actual heart.
Doesn't the holy symbol
fashion.
summon a phase spider?
No, the holy symbol prevents me from bleeding out.
Oh, that was the other guy's holy symbol that summoned a phase spider.
Ring of Mind Shielding doesn't actually do much against like being psychically attacked. It's mostly to prevent the stuff from
Control?
using detect thoughts on you.
Oh.
What?
And if you die, your soul goes into it.
Super useful.
Hey,
If you're
look.
running from God.
No, it's super useful. It's like, oh, look, I killed him, and he wrapped himself up in a doggy bag for me. That's just convenient. Somebody wants to eat you and your soul, right there, prepackaged. That sounds like a detriment.
Well, my
if
guess
you
is
die-
this, you're running from
if
God.
you die, this amulet will eat your soul.
Yeah, but at least God can't get it.
Please, he sends like one dude down and they just pick it up.
So do we have any idea how many Mind Flayers are down there?
Ooh, 6 million.
Even rough?
More.
I mean, I've seen hundreds, but I'm sure there are thousands.
Oh, well, yeah, that's not a problem at all.
But then they also control so many below them. As of the current moment, my people and the Gith.
So just the two slave races? And maybe the Slod?
It seems to be the Slod, the Grimlocks, the Kuatoa, perhaps other things. Their own pets, intellect devourers, mind rodents.
Neat.
Other more, I once saw a beholder that they managed to subdue and mutate.
So, just spitballing. Can we collapse this tunnel? Just collapse the entire thing.
That's less freeing slaves. More or less just kill everything and say, done with it.
Hey, you gotta break some eggs to make an omelet.
Plus, I don't know how the structure of this world, but it's already pretty fragile given that an Underdark runs through it. If you collapse the Underdark, then the Underdark goes down, then the Overdark comes down on top of it.
Sinkholes are fine.
Just continent-sized sinkholes.
Make a more interesting world.
Well, we would have to call it the Everfall.
Yep. I support anything that gets us closer to Dragon's Dogma.
I'm just saying, I've played Minecraft with Vic before. It seems feasible.
Yeah, you just chunk-sized holes in the ground. That's how you get materials. You always need more stone. Regular old cobblestone. Piles and piles of cobblestone.
Well, we'll try to ask around about whether or not we can find Charon of the River Styx in order to help bring about a pact with Asmodeus for you, but
That is not something we've found or have any idea how to.
Well, it was your idea.
I must have been
Hi.
really messing with you at the time. Sorry, man.
Again, I obtained a manner to bargain with Asmodeus.
How?
Carefully.
Well,
Cool.
You got something he wants?
Well, that's how you usually bargain with people.
Well, what is it?
I think he's
Help me get there, and perhaps you will see.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna go see, is Asmodeus a big devil?
yeah,
Is he important?
yeah.
Then yeah, I definitely gotta go. He's like, this guy just some random. No, I'm in.
Nah, we're dealing with.
I'm in. He's an important guy. He's probably heard of me before.
I don't know, does your book tell you how to get to Asmodeus?
I didn't see any devil or demon lords in this when I scanned through it.
That one the books went missing.
Hold on, I'll flip through. Was Raven Queen in here?
Nope.
Yeah, not a god.
Well, she's not a god, that's kind of the point.
That's right. You gotta preempt her. She's gonna become one. You gotta kill her first.
So, who do we think would be the best people to ask about finding Charon?
The compass.
I don't know.
Compass?
Are the mind flares lawful or chaotic?
They're lawful.
They're awful.
I'm thinking lawful.
I don't know if we could get the the mushrooms on our side if they're lawful.
What, are mushrooms immune to mind fair?
No, they just don't give crafts unless it's chaotic or even neutral. They're very
why
anti.
do we want the mushrooms on our side? They're awful.
Because it's the one group that he's already has if there's a good cause, we can make an army to.
Yeah. And we would want everyone.
Yeah, but they're terrible.
They're not terrible. They seem pretty cool.
Well,
No, they're gross.
we can have Jimmy scout ahead, grab the Mind Flayer legal code, bring it back, and then we can find differences between them and the mushrooms to have conflict over.
See, look at their interpretation of personal property. Complete nonsense. Right for exploitation. That's corruption. That's not lawful. That's not order.
No, I actually
Just
talked to
just
them
have to
about
burn
that.
it down and build it back up.
No, other people can have their own laws as long as they're following their own laws.
That's the point. There's loopholes. Look, these are obviously built to be destroyed.
These people don't even telepathically communicate with spores.
I mean, come on. Basically animals.
Which is hilarious. The mushroom people, not even animals.
Savages, not even a mushroom person.
I
They don't
doubt-
communicate.
They're barely
like
even
us.
fungus.
I doubt they even S48.
They don't communicate like us, therefore they must be evil.
No, therefore they must be chaotic. Evil's fine.
It's fine.
That was a weird thing I learned the other day. You know the after bugs, chitin? Same thing used in fungus cell walls. Chitin.
Yeah.
Isn't it chitin?
Yeah, chitin.
Oh, so he's just wrong.
No, I brought it up on Google.
No,
it said
if it's
chitin.
either or, it's whichever one I said it was. It's like tomato and tomato.
So we're gonna go down the hole now, or what?
Or ketchup, and also ketchup.
I
What
don't
about
know.
catsup?
No, we
Those
throw,
people can die in a fire.
we throw cans at those people's head. Same with pop drinkers. Just cans of soda directly at their head. Soda!
Unless the soda is specifically called pop, and that is all they drink, they're wrong.
Otherwise, they get a soda to the head.
So, I mean, I say we just go down the hole.
Not how I throw.
So,
I'll get a can.
who's got the magical stone of sending?
You do.
You do.
We do. Me and you. We
But
have
it's,
some.
it's only between me and you, though.
Yeah.
I have one that can talk to the dwarf, Smith.
Talk to the dwarf smith and have him go
Oh
talk
my
to
god, you have a contact in the city!
Once a day.
I know, but the fact that you...
No, I can do it as much as I want. Yours are once a day.
Can you?
I was pretty
Message
sure
at will.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Message
message.
is at will. So within limited distances at will, but the sending is still once per day.
Alright.
So, you could talk to our friendly neighborhood smith and have him go ask Bolt if he knows anything about this Charon guy and whether or not he'd be able to come and talk to a
You know, you've made up the word Charon and no one else knows what you mean.
I believe it is the actual name
Yeah,
of
it's
the
how you
river
pronounce
Styx.
Chiron.
Yeah.
Point being, they're...
It is the Greek name of that guy.
Yeah.
First off, we're not in Greece.
I don't know that.
But I know that name better.
All I know is I live in a town in the woods. It could be in Greece. You don't know.
But the Merenoloths are a group of people, and there are more than one of them.
Yeah.
Make a arcane check, and you have advantage.
15.
15.
How do you not get
24.
There you go.
Okay. Thank you. I'm glad you know more.
It's like that's that thing you do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. 27.
If I randomly cast guidance. I haven't thought. Pause.
basically,
Guidance.
you know, that they are a group that being the Yugoloths, which are the group of neutral evil fiends.
Like hags.
But
Things that aren't devils or demons.
so I mean, they can be bargaining with. They can be bought. They're basically mercenaries that go from one side of the blood war to the other.
Yep.
So you can. They are a group that can be bargained with. That you can use diplomacy. You also know that the Merenoloths had all of their true names recorded in some books that were lost and scattered, and that if you can find the true name of a Merenoloth, you can bind it to your will, and you could force it into service.
Which seems rude.
I know, I wouldn't be cool with that.
You also know a fair bit about it from some of your research and stuff as you were getting into magic.
Okay.
But yeah.
So we can bind evil creatures into our service in order to
So,
make pacts with devils.
Who am I supposed to send a message to?
Of course,
You only have one person.
Oh, you said the dude's name. I don't know who he is. He's the guy who runs the corpse cart.
Yeah, the guy who runs a corpse cart.
And ask him if he knows what now?
Since we were asking questions about whether or not he would be able to somehow get us in contact with one of these Merenoloths.
Yeah, I sent that.
Well, yeah,
Can you go ask Scorpscart guy if he can get us in touch with some Merenoloths?
And it just says, apparently important, something about ending slaves. Or freeing slaves.
Right? I'll have to wait until the end of the day and see if they're still in.
Is he using the one response he gets to send back that?
Well, yeah.
No, he has an immediate response when you cast the spell.
okay.
Yeah.
He can cast it once from his end.
Oh,
Alternatively, yes!
I'll talk to you tomorrow!
Hope it's not urgent.
Did you pick up sending the spell?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So if we want to sit around, I can talk to different people.
Yeah.
Is it ritual?
No.
Okay.
No,
You
that's
said sit
too
around, I was
awesome.
gonna
For
say.
days. For days.
As I
Sit
just
around for
cast
days.
this. I was like, okay, I'm done casting that. What do we want to do for the rest of the night? I don't know, cards?
Yeah. If we want to sit around here for the next couple of days, I could cast sending.
yeah, if he was going to take days, I was going to build a small forge and put the edges back on my axes. My axes are out of them.
Yeah, you just don't have the materials to do that here, but
I could build it.
You could definitely build a forge shape. You
Oh,
don't have the
that's-
coal or charcoal.
What are you talking about? I can control flame. I assume that can make them hotter.
If you wait until tomorrow, I could just do it.
You can put advantage on my weapons?
Advantage on your weapons?
Yes. I can put
No, I believe
advantage.
you could fabricate a forge.
Or I could just fabricate whatever the work is.
but you don't know that skill.
Yeah.
That is Dwarven secret technique of this doesn't exist in the rulebook.
I mean, it is fairly limited because I'm out of advantage in
Yep.
2 turns,
Mhm.
pretty much.
Yeah. But it's something to, it's...
I need more +2 hand
So,
axes.
yeah, I guess we're going to sit around and see whether or not we get a response back. Then I guess we'll talk to him to get
Yeah,
a
well-
better handle on.
Yeah, it's like,
going on.
do you have
Yeah.
a map of the underground of where stuff is?
No, the drop goes into what is often, uninhabited into the lower level, but they have scouts that will keep an eye out in the area. If you catch them, they're usually just 1 or 2, and you can dispatch of them. If they're not there, well, then you've nothing to worry about.
What
If
I'm
they
hearing-
are there and you don't catch them, then you'll have alerted the presence of...
What we're hearing is when we go down the drop, when you cast a spell to break your fall, don't cast Thunderclap. You make that motion. That is exactly what you do when you're falling.
What do you mean, don't cast it? Obviously, I need to go down and announce my presence.
So we send Eric in first.
Yeah,
And then we leave.
Enjoy your adventure!
I'll go and find out where they're keeping all the slaves.
Or we could all jump holding hands and you could cast Featherfall.
We don't need to hold hands.
He just wants to hold your hand.
I
Be
thought,
nice.
I thought Featherfall's touch.
It's range.
Also, I don't need it.
Oh yeah, you have
And if
flying
there's
boots.
water at the bottom, you can just fall in.
Oh, never mind. We also have a brew of flying. That wasn't disallowed in this game.
Nope, I've got it.
Mm-hmm.
But still, there's multiple, outer communities and further in towards the grand cities. They enslave the people to harvest them, but also they do great works of stone and metal.
So,
Can you at least give us a direction this
Properties.
gifted lady is?
I'm not sure. I've not made direct contact with her.
Okay. Well, do you have a way, if we find her, that you could be in contact with her? We have... No.
I've pretty much cut off any reaching me other than coming
Coming up.
through that door.
You said there are other races down there, too. Do you know if any of them have leaders that we should talk to?
I don't think so, but I'm not sure. I have little knowledge of them. I think the Grimlocks were once your kind.
Humans?
Yes.
Asmar? Or once you're...
I thought the point was they specifically cannot spell you're not human.
Oh, that was until I got resurrected. And
Oh yeah, you're like weird and gray now.
yeah.
It's like I remembered character creation.
Yes, no, you
You're
can't
gonna
go
go
away
with
from
your
me.
kind.
Yeah.
You're human enough to.
Oh, never mind. Your kind? Humans?
Drow? The Underdark version of your
No.
kind, Drow.
No, I'd say humans.
Yeah.
I'm way more human than elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the Kuatoa,
Sound like a volcano.
they're
Are
lost to their mind at this point. I don't know if they could form leadership, but I mean, you could track.
Well, what about your people?
The Duergar?
Yeah.
Is there any independence outside of the people being led by the Geth?
You mean by the Mind Flayers?
No, I mean independent from the Mind Flayers as a separate society that's not Mind Flayer controlled.
Yeah, I don't think the Gith are that either.
There may be some unallied mind flayers. The Gith are basically under the control, but Gith herself seems to, as far as I can tell, be in a similar situation that I am, trying to reach her people.
Wait,
Perhaps she'd
her
seek a
name-
bargain
her
in
name,
the hells as well.
her name is Gith,
Yes.
so she's a Geth named Geth.
No, Gith are
No.
named after her.
Oh.
Gith are named after her.
Oh.
Gith take their name from her. They are, prior to that, a nameless people for so long enslaved that they had that any sense of a name was forgotten to him, and they are basically gaining her name as.
Okay.
I do gather she
Gith's
has at least
people.
some. I gather she has more contact with some of her people than I do, and with much of mine. But I gather that's why she's down there. But it's risky, so I keep an eye. There was a dwarven battalion that went through not too long ago, but little idea of what came of that.
Dwarven Mining Battalion?
Little idea. Great force of dwarves came through just this way.
Have you ever met Geth?
No, I've not.
Well, you know how we do that. We go down the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Well, did we want to wait here for the response from the smith, or just go jump down a hole?
Well,
yes.
this response would have been immediate.
Well, no. His sending after he gets off for the night and goes talks to the corpse cart guy.
Say, I'm fine to wait a day if we want to talk to more people, but we could just tally ho.
I say you use your spells up, we'll rest here tonight, tomorrow we'll jump down the hole. Or at least finish going down.
Not possible.
You already used up all that spell slot?
No, I
Oh, you
don't have
haven't
that prepared.
Ah.
I don't prepare those spells on adventuring days.
Yeah.
And this morning, you thought you were just wandering through caverns defending yourself.
Well, either way, I say we wait for that, because if we can get him to Asmodeus, I think that would be first step.
And that'd be at least something that he wants to do.
Yeah. So, have a nice afternoon tea while we wait.
I'm going to start contemplating my magic crystal that I got from the mushrooms.
Okay.
Try to figure out what need be do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fine. I tell our new member of our audience some stories about how great our adventures have been so far, and how he has nothing to worry. You know what? Because we're not just going to, stop these mind flayers. We're going to free everyone. And it's not really even a question. It's inevitability, really. We're experienced at this.
You're experienced freeing 100,000 people of enslavement.
Oh, way more. You ever heard of the great slave empire of Aragu? It's like big empire, conquered over 3 continents, had a fleet of ships numbering in the thousands, brought down by slave rule, engineered by yours truly.
I like your spunk. He's full of it, right?
I'm just
over there
nodding emphatically. It's like, not
No, he's full of it, right? We don't know anymore!
I don't lie.
I bend reality with reality bending powers to make these things I say true in the past.
Be wary, his tales have a darker edge to them.
You get, just keep checking in here, 4 hours worked towards actual magic. Otherwise, late-ish in the evening, after some time and him trying to rummage around, either clearing space, enough for you to lay out bedrolls.
Well, we could just go in the hall.
Better not.
Okay.
I'd rather not attract attention to this cavern.
Yes.
Like, I've worked hard to keep it from being noticeable.
Well, go ahead and lay out bedrolls.
Didn't we find it, instantly?
Yeah, he had to make a really good investigation check.
Yeah, I know, but it seems like, didn't we just find it instantly?
So what, 30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got like 31.
31, and he felt something familiar from his memory lapse.
Yes. So if we're going to bed,
Just put this entire dome in this tiny area.
I feel like he has some trust issues.
I don't trust the people outside the bubble.
Everyone in the bubble's cool, man.
It's like, I could use a rest. Looking at you.
I look up at him like...
You started it.
I look up at him and point at, this little nick I have.
In your arm.
Just like,
Like a single drop of blood on your earlobe from that 2 psychic damage.
But you get a word back sort of late in the evening. He seemed dodgy and evasive as to why I would be asking such a thing. I don't think he enjoyed that question. Didn't quite get a clear answer, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, we did. He's acting dodgy. The answer is he knows exactly what these are. He knows exactly how to get in contact with them. He doesn't want to tell anyone. Obviously.
I just said back, okay, I'll come and pester him at a later date. Thank you.
So sleep for the night. Up to Ryan, rather he can prepare Zappa. We're going hole jumping.
Okay. You find yourself flying over
A big
a
hole.
metropolis, the likes of which you've hardly imagined before, and just mindless zombies, though less rotten, filling and flooding the streets. And you have a pain in your head. It's hard not to give in to it, but it keeps aching until things go black.
It's like, I would have thought actual prophecy dream. No, they have big cities and they do mind stuff. Who would have thunk? But really big city full of, slaves.
Otherwise, the evening goes uneventful. Nadager is up early in the morning, stoking the fire and pulling out some, some sort of slugs or bits to hang on hooks above the fireplace and you wake up early. You see sort of shifting some sort of what looks like a very small version of your own portable hole above the fireplace.
Oh, okay, so he's catching the smoke.
Yeah.
Or if it's like the other game, it's just a very tiny hole to the point of air.
like, okay.
I was hanging to dry out and cook some meats. The
Right.
rest of you start to wake up.
Well, off to the hole.
So, now down the hole?
Do be careful.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is a terrible decision.
But the compass just tells us where to go.
This is where we got to go to free slaves, the hole. So saith the compass. All hail the compass.
Yeah.
But he'll
Shouldn't we
open up.
going to figure out what to do with the corpse cart knows so we can go that route as opposed to trying to preemptively jump down this hole and die a horrible, horrible death?
It would be like a month back.
So, fast travel.
You have a few options. Yeah, I mean, you have a way to get back to like 8 days away from here.
Technically, we have him prepared and sending a teleport circle to the guy we got set up in Drowtown.
Oh, yeah, we could just pop over to Drowtown. I just have to talk to the dude who's got the guild house there.
Yeah. It's like, those are good, sensible plans. Somehow I feel Eric's very against those. The compass is pointing to the hole. The hole's new.
Right
Jump
here.
down the hole.
The hole's
Well, you
right
don't need
I
to.
don't know if you knew
You
this
don't
or
need
not,
to
but you don't actually have to
indulge him,
agree.
Jimmy.
It's like, no, we're talking, you don't have to agree with him. He is crazy.
Either way, you
But
cast
I'm
the door.
very persuasive.
Are you going?
Well, either way, we'd have to go outside and cast the teleport circle. I don't think there's enough room on the ground here.
Yeah, in order to do that, we'd have to leave and go back.
I feel like we should leave and go back.
Yeah, say he gave us some information about some stuff that he was looking to set up, and apparently
He gave you hopefully several leads.
yeah,
He
I
gave
did my
us
job.
One lead.
yeah, because
Well, two. Gith and Asmodeus.
I'm supposed to.
If I did my job, he noted leads are finding allies, possibly undead armies, making contact with Gith in hopes of combining forces, managing to bargain with Asmodeus, thinking that a Merenolith is the best route to doing so that they have thus far as getting to Asmodeus.
I look over at Eric, and whatever, I point to my eyeball, and I'm like, do you know anything about Merenolus? Not talking to Eric.
No, I don't.
Not you.
Yeah, not you.
It's using you as a mirror.
Oh, she can't talk to us. She has to send one of her little clacky dudes.
And those guys
They
are
can't
useless.
talk.
Yeah, they can't talk. You would have to go back.
Yeah.
Jimmy could take another bath. Get some mind protections.
And I don't think... This isn't some book where, having one Gaius overrides all other Gaiuses.
I feel like you would. It's all about having something in your mind that will scare everything else.
I have that.
But yeah,
No, not even the fish was afraid of it.
Yeah.
True.
so who do we know who would actually want to deal with a mind flayer problem? I mean, we've got these Grey Dwarves.
Nobody wants to deal with the mind failure problem. That's why they take forever.
Well, that's he suggested like finding allies, and
Well,
I
yeah.
don't even think we have anybody who'd be like gung ho for that. except for
Well,
maybe
let's
the-
go talk and say
the
there's a
dwarves,
race
maybe.
of, super slavers and they're coming to get you. We'll just exaggerate a little.
That's one word for lie.
It's like they've enslaved all these people. Why wouldn't they enslave you?
But yeah, if we want to do that, I can prepare sending and
Because we could hit
Teleport
the...
circle.
How long does teleport circle take?
a minute. Yeah, takes a minute to cast.
So we could hit back to Drowtown, talk to people there.
I just mean the idea of technically you can cast those from anywhere, so you can make an attempt if you want to go forward.
But
Oh,
he
just
said-
jump down the hole, then teleport, circle back? But why would we jump down the hole?
That might alert the scouts
Mm-hmm.
that he told us about. So,
Which, to be fair, if the scouts are alerted and then you're gone, they're looking for you when you're not there.
But they're on guard now.
whereas
Why would we jump down the hole first, though?
To get more intel?
No, it seems like it's something we'd want to prep for if we're going to know that there's going to be potential hostiles / tattletales down at the bottom.
And plus, we can also go
You
back
could always
to
spend
the...
a couple of days to get to the hole to find out where it even is. You could...
We have a compass pointing at it. We don't need to find out where it is.
We can also... Did the dwarven place have a teleport circle?
You would know.
Yeah, Narmexel has one.
Yeah. We can tell them all the dwarves got... We could go forward and see if all the dwarves got eaten by the hole. And that would probably get them to come help us if they lost all their mining dwarves.
No,
No,
ask
they kinda
him.
suck.
Are you aware of any sort of large group of...
Well, yeah, he
dwarves?
already told us that a large group of dwarves came by.
Okay. So you've already seen a measure of them. Okay. And I'm guessing there wasn't a large group of dwarves that came back out, eh?
Not by the same path.
Yeah, so... Okay, my vote's go forward looking for dwarves to give us a good leverage point to get the dwarves to help us in battle. Then we can always teleport circle back out if we feel in trouble.
We could go to the edge of the hole and look.
Yeah. So, vote for Edge of Hole look, at least. Any dissenters?
Descent. I descend.
What is your vote then?
Go back to Drow Town and figure out where we can find dude to deal with Asmodeus.
I'm fine with that as well.
Well, it comes down to, do you want to teleport back now, or get to Edge of Hole, then teleport back?
I'm fine with us going now.
Teleporting back now?
Yeah, I'm fine with us going now.
Well,
What was your vote?
Well, as long as we go.
yeah. Okay. Set up your sending to your guy, and,
We spend a lot of time talking about doing things and then not doing them.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, we gotta do something.
Okay.
I don't really care what.
We gotta protect our funny baloney jobs, people.
Mhm.
Rumph, rumph, rumph.
I go ahead and send a message over to our friend in the Drow Town, my guildmate. So I tell him I'm going to be setting up a teleport circle. If you could go ahead and set me up on the other end so I can come back.
Right on it.
Alright, thank you.
Right on.
Just go ahead and whatever. I ask him to tell me what rune key he's going to set.
You'd already established that.
Okay, then good.
Yeah, you had already put one down for...
Teleport circle, what, 50 gold pop?
I believe so.
That's 100, this is 100. Of your money we're blowing through.
That's fine. He took 500 gold with the silver.
That's used for material components for other spells.
Yes, but that was still, party funds that you went to use your mine. And we went, yeah, that's fine. You use the spells for the party.
No, that's my money. The silver's mine because I made additional money off the raw silver.
That's not how that works.
I made that money.
Hidden embezzling.
Well, you let him handle the money, so...
Yeah, as we've learned, letting someone handle the money means they get to skim off the top if they so desire.
Remember that
Oh
time?
no, I wholesale stole all that money. There wasn't skimming.
Yeah, remember the crafting campaign where I had the golem? You think I gave you guys all the money we actually earned? Nah, man. Nah.
Which crafting campaign?
That was a ways back.
Oh wait, the guy with the problem? You got a problem? I got a
fix
problem.
problem. Fix your problem.
I believe
But
that
he-
was one of the few campaigns Eric was in.
Yeah, he handled basically all the money, and he did not hand that out freely. Or fairly. Not even a little bit.
Plus,
As I recall, my character was a monk and it did not matter.
No, he was giving everyone tons of free magical items. People didn't complain.
Yeah.
He bribed the crap out of the party.
Plus, that's nothing. I've spent more money that would be technically taken out of party funds just buying material components for utility that we've made use of.
Yeah. These teleport circles, for instance.
Oh, just saying. It's party. That's why we make a party funds account.
Right.
And you are the utility mage, so you pretty much use all the party funds.
I split most of it up.
My spells don't cost money.
Yes, and the party funds money that would have come from party funds, I've just front loaded into slaves and other such things.
Yep.
Yeah, we spent a lot of Nick's money.
Yeah,
We spent any of your money.
it's
I also
true.
charged him for magical items. By
Yes.
all rights, I should have just given him.
Yeah, I gave you like 4,000 gold for things that were basically free to you.
Hey, no one else wanted those damn iron coins. I wanted the iron coins.
It's not that we didn't want them and wanted to split them. It's just, no, those are different and I want all of them. That was just you hoarding at a different time.
Hey, I bought you a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. And I still had some.
Oh.
He didn't get all mine iron coins.
But yeah, you step outside and you do that just like right here in this tunnel, or
Is the tunnel
Right
clear?
in front.
I mean, from what you can see right here.
Why would it matter?
Well, we wouldn't want the actual runes to be in front of his door, so we'll go ahead and...
Well, yeah, because these will make it harder to find his door. Because bam, this is super distraction.
So we'll go find someplace inconspicuous to keep his door free from clutter.
Thank you.
Come back, he's dead. Just a hole in the back of his head.
Dad like a man.
Well,
Fill it up with fruit.
Yeah.
Were you there for that?
Weekends at Bernie's this.
well, what's that? If he's courting devils, he's sowing the wind and reaping the whirlwind.
No, David getting his brain eaten by a mind flare, then us stuffing with fruit before we got him resurrected.
And then I
So
had...
every time you sneeze, you blew blueberries out of his nose.
Yeah, I had...
As we just used his skull for a party bowl.
Yeah, and he smelled fruit and had fruit juice coming out of his nose.
I did kill that mind flare, though. I killed it dead.
You teleport to Baravan. You're there now.
Yeah.
Moving on.
So,
Alright, time to go to the corpse card and find out why Mr. Shifty's being shifty.
do you give him another 50 gold?
Huh? Do I give him another 50 gold?
So he can set up our teleport circle next time we need one to hear.
And it's like I can just take 100 off if that's something what we do. If he wants to, then like...
Yeah, basically, yeah, the idea is.
Oh,
You're paying for this
Yeah,
half
just
the
keep track of
circle,
how
too.
many you've paid for on that half. That was the agreement. Was because you've given him money to.
yeah. Okay, so...
It's like as long as you're paying for these, my job is literally to sit here and man this guild house. Sure, I will cast this whenever you, as long as you paid for it.
while I'm here, is there ink here? Can I pick up ink?
He does not have quite the supply of others, but you can probably get enough for a couple spells.
Okay. What I'm going to do then is... does he have a book with level 1 spells in it?
He has some level 1 spells.
Okay.
Are you just going to shove some new spells in his book?
And it's like, does he have Featherfall, Unseen Servant, or Floating Disc?
Yes, he does. That's tensors.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has all three of those.
Okay. I go ahead and can I go ahead and write these down and I give you these scrolls for the guild?
Yeah, I'll let you got yourself.
Okay.
Are they gonna just sit in here?
And
Oh, I walk out and go to the door.
Work.
Yeah, I go to work.
Well, then I'll go to corpse card.
Yeah, I'll go to Corpse Card.
I need to
also.
get my axe fixed.
It's broken, but you were hitting somebody with it.
Yeah, he has new mechanic.
It's now normal.
Yeah.
My axe dulled down to normal.
yeah, he's got whatever Razor's Edge power.
That freaking sword. It's like, come on, you want to pay all these rupees for this temporary bonus. No.
Hey man, you gotta sharpen your weapon.
The only time I got to see it is when I was upgrading to the Gilded.
Yeah, it's just guilt.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
So yeah.
The worst
Zelda.
part was it was the coolest looking sword. Not at all practical, but looked really cool.
Come on,
It
the
is.
fairy sword was the impracticalist of swords. That double helix stats thing.
I still think all
you're
the holes
talking
built
about
into the
Zelda.
Yeah.
That was the Fierce Deity sword. you were talking
Ocarina of
about.
Time was fun. End of conversation.
Aside from Hyrule Warriors, I never really got into Zelda.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Corpse Guard.
Okay, so you're doing magic stuff. You guys are heading over to the corpse cart. So yeah, that's easy enough path to make. Continuing reconstruction for the library.
Nice. We've only been gone for like a couple weeks, yeah?
No,
Not even?
I mean they begun reconstruction during the couple months that you've been gone.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like the last time we were here was for the ball. That wasn't,
Yeah.
what, like a week ago?
That was
That was
least
bef-
3 weeks.
That
ago.
was but that was before you went to the mushroom people. So it's been several weeks, and they're continuing reconstruction. As a continuing.
Yeah, because it was some amount of time to mushroom people, then 8 days to Ryan's people, then another 6 days to the whole, or at least to that guy.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's been a bit.
Is there, so, does the dwarf have the boy working there again?
No, he's just by himself today.
Walk in, wave.
Anna shrug. Didn't expect you to be back so soon after yesterday.
I kind of look down and go, I teleported.
Alright. Yep. Door.
Happens.
Magic. Oh.
Yeah, there's water. Fix my axe or something, then I get to work. I just see myself walk around in this humongous thing of armor with like a shopkeeper's apron over over my neck.
Not like a big iron-plated one, no, it's like a kitchen apron.
It's got frill on the shoulders.
Just like this teensy-weensy leather dwarf-size apron.
Yeah, what are the pair of you, you walk in, and, LA is sitting cross-legged up on the counter.
What do you know about Menelaus?
Hi, nice to see you again.
Hi.
Seriously, greetings first.
Well, she knows who we are.
Yeah. We're trying to...
Beans on the Great River?
Yes,
Yes, we need to find one of those.
to make a deal, to go talk to Asmodeus.
Yes. Apparently he's a big deal.
You get her attack. I don't think you want to do that.
No, I was told he's a very important devil.
I believe we were told he was
Yes.
very important, not a devil. Very specifically, not a devil. Remember how the
Very- he
bone
was
guy
very-
got angry when we called
That
him
was
a
a
demon?
demon. They're devils. And
Yeah.
Asmodeus is a devil too.
Specifically mentioning the bone devil in her presence.
And it's like, no, they're devils. They got something we call them demons.
Yeah.
But I'd like to meet
She, like, sits out, and she literally walks and locks the door. And, like, turns around. What have you gotten yourselves into?
We're attacking mind flayers with a slave army, and one of the guys wants to make a deal with Asmodeus for power.
Yeah.
And I'd like to meet him. Because
What
apparently
are-
it's a big deal.
What are mind flares?
Spend 20 minutes explaining to her mind flares.
Well, they're apparently tentacle-faced, mind-destroying slavers.
Yeah. That eat brains.
Yes.
Why did it take you 20 minutes to say that?
And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
when did you come in contact with devils?
Approximately
Your
a week
teleport
ago.
circle.
He copied that.
I don't care. No one was eating babies or anything, so we just nodded, said hello,
Why
and
would
walked
you
out.
eat baby? What is wrong with you?
I don't know what demons or devils do. I heard they were evilly evil. It didn't seem anything evil. It seemed like a church, so we just nodded, said hello, and
well, you
walked
look
out.
pretty evil yourself.
Yeah.
That's true. You do look like a desiccated corpse.
I am not evil.
I hope you don't eat babies either.
I would take offense of such an action.
Yeah, so would I. I just
why
don't
would-
know your customs.
Why would you be...
I once had to deal with a witch in town. That's the most evil thing I can think of, is eating babies. And I heard devils were evil. And they weren't as evil as all that.
It's not...
Yeah. Eating babies is the most
Do you
evil...
know what I am?
A goat elf?
A goat elf? She, like, walks back behind the counter.
Aren't there, like, goat people that have little horns?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen them. She's got the red skin, which is different, but
Yeah.
most of them are otherwise the same.
Yeah.
I thought her skin was purple.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She's got the purple skin, otherwise... just something about that word.
It's like, wait a minute.
Red skin, purple skin, whatever. Yeah, purple's weird, but, what, you know. I've seen Stranger Things.
I don't have any
Uh,
arcane or religion.
Selfish. Dark purple drow skin, red hair with horns, hooves, feet, and tail, yellow glowing eyes.
Yep, okay, that sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds pretty normal.
Yeah, totally goat person. Yellow eyes, goat hooves and stuff. Oh. I'm sorry to have offended.
I'm a half-devil,
Huh?
and that's where my mother is, so don't go eating any of the babies there.
Oh no. My only point was eating babies is the most evil thing I can think of. I heard they were evil.
Well, you don't need to do the most evil thing that you could think of.
Well, I wasn't planning on eating
Literally
babies.
misunderstanding at this point.
Yeah.
She was taken us by surprise and she's turned into a smartass.
Eating the souls of babies.
You are now contractually obligated to eat babies.
That could be more evil.
That could be more you. And he has a point, but
I'm so glad I'm not there for this conversation. People would start getting hit.
But it would probably be them.
Yes! It would absolutely be them. I'm still looking for a rod of rope, and she's the only one that will help me.
I'm sorry if I offended.
So, do
All
you
I
know
was saying is
where either
devils aren't as
Menelaus
evil.
or Asmodeus are.
Or how we could get in talk with the one in the beginning to get to the second
yes. The
Well,
layer
let's
of
contact
the
the-
layer of Nessus, where Asmodeus resides.
Yeah.
Do you have a phone to either one of those?
I have no direct line, no.
Well, so what do you think of the guy's plan? Get a Menelaus to get to Asmodeus. Is that a good plan?
I think going to the ninth layer of hell is a little dangerous.
Well, it's like
I
the palace,
sup-
right? It's like the palace that just point over to where the actual palace here would be. It's just like that, right?
Like it goes up and down.
Well, yeah, but down, up,
What are our
We don't
collective
need down.
intelligence? 1 and 0?
12.
Yeah.
I'm the only smart person.
Asmodeus
Oh, wait, no.
rules
Yeah,
from
Bob's pretty
Nessus.
smart.
14, yeah. We're high.
The ninth layer of hell, as far as getting there, you'd probably have to access from some lower plane where the river Styx goes through, or some other portal
Oh,
you may be
yeah.
able to find.
So
A monolith could technically get you there if you could get through hell, but venturing into the underworld is a dangerous task.
If only we had a
You don't
boat
have to
solve this
convince me.
problem.
I'm already wanting to go.
As far as finding a monolith, you would typically bargain for one. If you've already been to my mother's temple, it's possible some people there would know.
Oh, is that where your mom's at? The temple?
What, was it the bone one?
No.
Oh, that was the only devil we really saw.
I didn't see any.
No,
ladies.
you saw a room full of devils.
I thought we saw a room full of cloaked people.
There were many of those as well.
Because some people like getting freaky with the devil.
But don't bring that up or share that circle. I probably should have paid more attention.
I don't know how to teleport.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to use that kind of teleport. I can teleport.
You can explode and appear.
Yeah, that's a form of teleportation.
Some would argue the best form.
Far superior. Have you seen how quiet his is? Hardly even notice.
Proceed to have a minute of me going, I only and you'll suck it I. But
And
yeah,
he's over there, ting, ting, ting.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my edge back on. I'm gonna work for the rest of the day.
Get your few gold.
So she doesn't know where any.
I mean, I don't... There haven't been any that have come through the shop.
Yeah. So, best chance would
Well,
be go back to the temple,
The
ask someone there.
dwarf asked.
If you're looking to bargain with one, I
Well, yeah, he wanted to bargain. He also said he had something to bargain with Asmodeus with. too.
Yes, he said he had something Asmodeus wants.
I doubt it.
Well, he wouldn't tell me. I tried to get him to, because I was interested in what kind of thing this guy wants. Maybe bring him a gift.
Also, given our foray into mind beings, do you have anything in a helmet to block out mind powers or control?
I suppose we could work something into a helmet.
Yeah.
That doesn't, take up a slot.
Well, it doesn't take up a tune.
Yeah.
That's the important one.
Yeah, so
Precious, precious attunement.
one that specifically just sits on my head and blocks out my thoughts.
Mind flares, not mind thoughts.
No,
No,
my
otherwise
thoughts.
you just turn into a vegetable.
I call this the helm of immunity to telepathy. What's it do? It reduces your intelligence to 1. Completely immune.
put helmet on. Jimmy can't think of anything now.
I win my
impervious.
I win my put helmet on, just flop down.
Yeah, it's like
Walks over, takes helmet off.
It's like you just
Oh
Nah, it's cursed. You can't take it off.
Mind Flayer gets his hand stuck.
I can't fight through the helmet. I can't even get to the juicy bits.
I don't know. Why did you use the? Why did you use the?
no! Sovereign's glue on
Yeah, the
it.
sovereign's glue on it. Now we're stuck together.
That was a stupid idea.
Yes, it was.
And now we must go on a great quest together to find universal solvent.
As he drags Mike and Conscious body around. Why don't you just decapitate him? I don't know. It doesn't work.
Well, she still have that bag of beans.
Cursed gorget of inconvenience.
Lucky check.
What's the bag of beans do?
It's an 11?
No, she managed to sell that already.
Dang. Yeah, I don't suppose you have another one. I've got the money.
No, but I'm sure we have many other things that might interest you.
A deck of many things?
You're not there. You're working.
You're in a bar getting drunk. You also don't have access to magic missile.
Yes, I do.
Nah, I know.
I don't think so. That was like the only thing that I just want to have, because I'm basically filled out otherwise. Maybe.
Could always get like a cloak of the stars or something.
Does that help me do lightning?
It helps you throw light shots.
No, the magic missile cloak?
Yeah.
What if I want the magic missile cloak? Magic missile's a level 1 spell. What am I, a peasant?
I think you can like upcast it to like 5 or 6 with that
No.
thing.
No,
Those
they're like
spells-
5th level.
And
Oh
those,
yeah, good luck.
yeah, those spells don't scale. Great. Anyway,
It's like, what's a pretty sorcerer thing? Rods, staves, and wands.
Mhm.
That's
Anyone?
pretty sorcery.
alright, so did I get finished writing my
How long does it take?
6 hours?
Okay.
Alright, so I finished. Then I go to the corpse cart.
Did you guys stay there all day? Or?
Well, does that what about? I believe there was some sort of rod I was supposed to get for my warlock powers, but I don't actually care.
Well, a rod is not a weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm?
I don't know. Does she have a frost brand?
You can make a luck check.
Oh, what now?
12. Still never
No.
expecting that -1?
Yep.
Frostbrand's like a D6 cold damage and glows when under negative temperature and stuff.
That's it. You should have totally used that flame tongue sword for it.
I don't know, does she have a spare flame tongue laying around?
I will let you make another luck check.
Oh, so close to 21.
There
Well, so
is-
you should really be having him find out and pretend he wants things.
There is a staff of thunder and lightning.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very frightening.
It's not that frightening.
I don't know their spells well enough to know if they're just throwing control or just mental damage. Mind flares in general.
Yeah, both.
Mm.
But I mean, it's always like ring of psychic resistance, or
Yeah, let's see if that's right here, though.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the damage. I'm worried about the control.
Well, this was a dead end. We might as well just leave and go into the hole now.
Well, I wanted you to swing by the Queen's place, too.
Why?
And tell them of the impending danger of the...
But
Yeah.
they're down a hole. Not
Oh,
much
yeah.
of a danger. Also nowhere near the city.
It could be. Again, I feel slavers are always expanding.
Well, yeah.
And, hell,
Slavery's
it won't...
not illegal here.
And it won't hurt to say, hey, there's these mean people down a hole. Do you want to go kill them and take their stuff?
I don't think they would. Slavery's legal here.
Well, yeah, but those are over there, and we could totally kill them and take their stuff.
I don't think this is a good plan.
They're an entire another entity which this doesn't have any agreements with that they could go kick over their nest and, not be doing any harm to their relationships.
Well, yeah, send her a letter.
Okay, well, so can I put your name on it?
Well, not my name.
What about that name I made up for you? I wonder if that ever got famous.
The Minor Mineco's guy's name.
what was the name of that guard?
He knows he gets around.
I'll sign my own name. Maybe someone will remember I'm, associated with you and ride off your coattails that way. Write it. It's like, where's the mail system here?
Couriers.
Yeah, curious.
Yeah.
Imagine me signing the guard's name and just like
Yeah. I'll go out for a little while, get a courier, have this sent up to the palace.
Okay.
with the extra signature, lover of so and so bar.
Otherwise, what did you do after Corpse God?
Browse for goods.
Yeah, you
Giggity.
did.
The goods are kept in the back, and you're not welcome back there.
Well, then I guess I go to a bar.
I don't know. She doesn't have any other magical weapons, does she? Or are they all just like the +1, +2?
Plus ones, plus twos, that kind of thing.
Hmm.
I mean, if you have the time, they can, of course, work on something.
Yeah, we'll be leaving soon enough, and I don't know if... What is that? Like 8,000 gold is enough to get something cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, does she seem 8,000 gold's enough to get something cool, or she's like, no, that's probably not anything.
Did some cool things.
I have more than that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Again, we keep spending my money.
Can we also pick up? Can I pick up another 100 gold worth of teleport circle material?
Yeah, when you get there, yeah, sure. Yeah. You get that, and what else did you want to do with? You said you went to the corpse guard after?
Oh, okay, it's my turn.
Yep.
Yeah, I go inside the alley there, or
Hmm.
is it Bolt?
By the time you get there, it's probably both of them.
Yeah. So I go ahead and go in and
Is she suddenly surprised when the other member of our crew shows up, obviously?
Let's see. There we go. Okay.
The one who actually teleported us and read the book.
So,
Nothing else she can tell him not to be spreading that around.
anyway, so Bolt's there.
But yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, hoy, Bolt, we were the ones that came calling about whether or not you knew about the Morenolith.
I believe that was one of the incessant dwarves.
Yeah, we were using him as a proxy.
We don't have the sending stone to you.
Yeah, we don't have a method of sending to you, and you were our best guess for somebody who would know something about dealing with people from the underworld.
Really? Well, why would you get that kind of impression?
Your half-demon daughter?
And you said,
You're not there, and she is behind you, shaking her head. Or behind her father, shaking her head.
You have a charisma score in the negatives. You do not get it.
That is also a possibility.
well, whatever. I crouched down and whispered to her, and like,
You're short.
You're way shorter than her.
I
She's
pause.
behind the counter and her dad.
Pull out a ladder, get up on the counter, lean over, pull her closer.
I'm on my
You're
broom of
whispering.
flying. I hover lower.
You're
Again,
whispering
she's
in
behind the counter and her dad. You would have to fly by him into the back room.
She's technically at the curtain, so she's technically in the front room, but still.
Just a big wink. Then you seemed like you knew things.
Whatever. I do one of these things.
Just block her out of line of sight.
No, blocking him out of line of sight, so I'm trying to talk to...
You're a mage, but you have no object permanence.
No, he can't see me if I'm whispering. And I don't have whisper permission. Wait, no, I can cast Minor Illusion. That can make a sound of any volume, so I can make it really quiet.
See, this is why you should have message.
Yeah, I cast Minor Illusion and put it right next to her and make it just loud enough that she can hear it and he can't. And I have it saying, he's like, he's your dad, right? And he's just like, well, anyway, so...
All that completely skip over.
As far as why we thought you were the best, well, you seem to be one of the strongest people around here and be in the know, and I kind of went to a temple with a bunch of devils.
She's just sitting there like this.
She walks in the back room and he's like, what?
Well, say I ended up getting a teleport circle that went to a temple with a bunch of devils, and I think that you had some sort of written it down at some point.
You have something.
Why? Why would you have written it down? I don't know. For booty calls? that was my impression.
You said earlier she had red skin.
It's red now.
So, do you know anything about the...
Just struck it on.
know anything about the Morenoliths? Because I got a guy who's looking for one.
First off, I am so grateful that you're actually playing your charisma.
That's some face tanking right there.
Yeah! Yeah! Nothing directly.
So could you tell me about your whatever relationship? Maybe she'd be able to help me out.
And really, who does this guy think he's fooling with his daughter?
there is definitely a difference between something that has happened and something that he has a teleportation circle to.
Or maybe everyone's like me, they just think she's half goat elf.
I'm sure at least 2 other people have thought that.
Well, she's not an orphan.
If you say you know that because she doesn't have a rat, you're wrong. She might have a rat.
No, she didn't take that background.
Probably scholar.
And even if she did have a rat, it might just be fine familiar. I could see that. So, is there like a direction you could point me in?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Guidance.
He casts a spell real quick.
I rolled a 10, so I get
Yeah, you're not
8.
there.
No, he has his own guidance.
Yeah.
Yes. So I get an 8.
You have -2 to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's my point about him playing is quite sorry. I've no pull there. Best of luck.
I don't know.
If only the library hadn't gone up in flames.
Yeah. I wonder if that guy would know anything about it. Maybe.
What guy?
The terrorist. The guy who blew up the library.
Do
You know who blew up the library?
I have my suspicions. I couldn't say for certain.
Perhaps
He's
we
just down there
could make some
hitting
sort of
red buttons.
arrangement. See if someone was brought into terms for that.
Mm.
We could manage to find evidence of such things. That could be good. That could be quite good.
So it's just a random dwarf in some abandoned temple that we don't even know if he's still there.
He wasn't a dwarf.
What was he?
I think it was a drow.
Yeah, he was like a drow. That sounds right. I would have to go and get him.
Perhaps we can work with that. Don't mention this to anyone else. Meet us back here in the morning,
Oh, no.
and I may be able to assist you with the monolith.
Meet you in the morning.
Yes.
I don't think that I'd be able to get him in that.
No, we will go from here.
Alright. And if Bolt's gonna help us out, sure.
Remember this really, really, really old plot thread I threw down a long time ago that you ignored?
The fact that you bring it back to the guy who had been gone for a long time investigating, and I'm blown away.
See, first you just gotta fill up your quest book with like 90 quests, then you go back to the bottom and start filling them out.
I mean, I've played Skyrim, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, so we'll meet you back tomorrow and we can talk about what we'll do from here.
Yeah.
Alright.
Undoubtedly, we go back to our inn that we normally go to while hanging in the city, and then
Yep, that's where I tell a story about how I'm only here, I'm taking a break. I'm about to go on an amazing adventure. We found a great enemy living deep in the earth, deeper than even the great and mighty Drow, with a massive slave empire, and it is my duty to see it stopped.
Why?
Oh, because they have tentacle faces, and that makes them evil.
they eat brains too. Yeah, no, spread the word.
Wait a minute, I haven't seen any problems here. What is wrong with you?
Tentacle faces.
Oh!
Yes, of course. They're
Yeah.
very ugly.
This is how we'll get the Drow to. We'll start a grassroots campaign in the bars of, oh yeah, I keep hearing about these
Illithid. They're gross.
Illithids. They're gross and they keep slaves and eat brains. and they're nasty.
And like 3 of those things are bad.
Yes.
There.
Every once in a while, just slip it into someone and they eat babies. The most evil thing someone could do.
Eat babies, soul and all.
And they're ugly.
Yes. Now we just gotta spread that throughout town, so
But
the
fear not,
groundswell.
the great and mighty Eric Rasrauda is on the case.
So what's the going rate? 5 gold for 5 gold for a day's work.
Yeah, thereabouts.
You see your lake? There's a couple drops of water.
Yeah, is the corpse cart still open?
So afterwards, you head up there.
Yeah.
They're like, ah.
It seems you got off early enough. It should be, but the door is locked when you get there.
Knock.
Takes a bit. You hear a little movement in there,
Because locked shop doors never stopped us before.
and Volk opens the door.
Oh, God.
That's this
Want
one.
you with Fenwick? I said to come back in the morning. We'll go from there.
Looks super confused.
I'm sorry. I tell you not to spread word in case he doesn't talk to you.
I looked down at my chest and go, I wonder if they're still open.
Just no. Someone's fine.
can
As he
smell
closes
it.
the door, he's like, "I would tell you to keep your mouth shut about what's going on, but I expect that'll be the case anyways." What did you need?
Begin to pantomime.
I just heard you speak.
Doesn't he know that eavesdropping is rude?
I'm not dropping E's. You've come into my store.
If only I could tell him that I need something to protect my mind from being taken over.
No one wants to take over your mind, boy.
I heard that mind flayers like to take over minds. If only he knew.
What's a mind? And LA kind of pipes up from the back. I mean, we have some basic mind shielding.
Ah, thank God she's here. She's much easier to work with.
And she hands out trouble.
Like,
As she pulls out a piece of paper and puts it on the counter as she has done every other time I walked in.
Yeah. Work better with her.
Just walk over, start writing on the paper that she's pulled out for me what I need.
And are you?
So there's a psychic protection ring.
Yeah, basically
Does
immune to magic or other creatures to read thoughts.
Is it attunement?
It is attunement. Yes.
Can't have it.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, yeah. There are a few options for it, but it's all attunement based.
Yeah, because everything I have is all of my slots are used up by things I require.
Is there any item that's anti-mind that's better than just having like a bonus to your saving throws?
Yeah, there'd be basically bonuses to saving throws. That, I mean, is a pretty good bonus against it.
So that wouldn't prevent it 100%. That would just give me a bonus to saving throws.
That would not give you a bonus to saving throws, no. It would prevent some of the things that they could do.
Not even all of it.
They could still dominate you on a temporary basis, but it would prevent their story ability that is basically of them enslaving people.
Okay, so it's not
indefinitely.
useful.
Well, it prevents the long-term enslavement.
It's not useful. Because by the time they dominate you, then they just take all your crap off.
True.
Yeah.
Yep. So they don't have anything that would prevent it.
Not on a strict cases of that. You basically, I guess, be looking for immune to that, and you're not, aware enough of exactly what you're trying to defend against to describe to them.
Having my mind taken over.
It's like
This
that
is
will
the
do
closest
it
thing
for
we
that,
got.
but something like dominate would still function.
That doesn't work on the charm. That works on something else.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sucks. They don't have anything useful.
No, I believe the most useful item that we could
Were you
pick up
still
is high-level
looking
paladin.
for your rope wand? Perhaps if things go well, we might be willing to construct that. Speak with Henry, but we'll talk to you tomorrow.
I'm just really confused. Like, I give him the thumbs up. Look at her, just like after I walk past him, like I just
She just kind of walk out.
she winks.
Otherwise, do you go back to your inn while they all go back to the...
Of course.
Don't bother actually speaking to Hedwig about it.
Oh, I have to go to their inn for dinner. I've been craving those slugs.
It seems that with the absence and all the other ones you've tried in the meantime, they seem better than what you'd remembered before.
But of course.
But enough to speak briefly in the evening to plan joining in the morning, and we'll call it there.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be last time.
Why can't you just give us something that makes us immune to every positive thing they have? It doesn't. It's not fair. I want these magic dudes to try to fight me with physical. That's the only fair way to handle this.
4,000 experience. 93.
Yep.
And join us next time as they continue. Bye.